The air in Willow Creek carried the kind of stillness you don't notice until it breaks. A cul-de-sac nestled between sleepy hills and whispering pine trees, it was the sort of place where wind chimes tinkled all day and porch lights came on, like clockwork. Each lawn was trimmed to regulation height, and every smile came pre-packaged with polite nods and rehearsed greetings. People here knew each other just enough to wave, not enough to ask the hard questions. At the end of the lane sat the Caldwell house, white shutters and a wraparound porch that had seen better days. Inside, the scent of fresh lavender mingled with the ever-present aroma of lemon-scented polish. Grace Caldwell moved through the home like a ghost, gliding across wooden floors that remembered her lighter, happier steps. She was in her early 40s, still striking in a quiet way. Her auburn hair, always pulled back into a loose chignon, had started showing strands of silver. Her hands, delicate and lined with the faintest wrinkles, moved with the grace of someone who'd spent years hiding tremors of emotion behind perfect domesticity. Her husband Richard left early and came home late. His presence lingered more in the form of cufflinks on the bathroom counter and whiskey glasses near the sink than as a living, breathing man. A senior partner at a prestigious law firm, he exuded charm in public, but at home he seemed like a muted version of himself. Cordial, absent, predictable. Their marriage, once a page-turner, now read like a well-worn pamphlet. At 4:30 every Thursday, Grace ordered from Bella Napoli, a small pizza place down the hill that delivered quickly and never asked questions. That's how she met him. Luca, he, wasn't supposed to be delivering pizza. He was too charismatic, too tall, too unnervingly attentive. Tattoos peeked from beneath the sleeves of his black uniform shirt, and his smile, crooked, almost bashful, was both invitation and warning. The first time he knocked, she noticed how his eyes lingered, not rudely, just long enough to say, "I see you." "Large marguerite with extra basil?" he asked, handing over the box like it was treasure. His voice was warm, like a hearth fire on a bitter night. She nodded, fingers brushing his as she took the box. A flicker. That's all it was, but she felt it. The deliveries became routine. And then, one day, she invited him in. It was raining, hard. Thunder cracked like a whip over the hills, and Luca stood soaked on her porch. He smiled sheepishly. "Didn't think to bring an umbrella." "Come in before you drown," she said, opening the door wider. That was the first time. She made coffee. He laughed at her stories, and soon they were sitting across from each other in her kitchen, sharing more than just small talk. He told her about his dreams, how he used to play guitar in a band, how the world chewed him up when his brother died, how he was trying to start fresh. She listened, mesmerized. The second time, it was his idea. The third, hers. And then it wasn't about pizza anymore. Grace didn't recognize herself. The caution that once defined her slipped away like old wallpaper. She was vibrant with him, raw and unguarded. But with that thrill came guilt, an unshakable sense that something was shifting, dangerously. Her smiles at Richard grew thinner, her sleep more restless, and still she couldn't stop. One night she found herself staring at the ceiling, Luca's scent still on her skin. She rolled over and whispered into the darkness, "What am I doing?" From the hallway, the floor creaked. She froze. The next morning, Richard acted as if nothing was wrong, but something had changed. He looked at her longer over breakfast. His questions carried weight. And when she kissed his cheek, his smile didn't reach his eyes. She tried to tell Luca. "We need to slow down. He suspects something." "Then let's stop," Luca said gently. "If it's hurting you—" "No," she said too quickly. "I just need time." But time wasn't on her side. The following Thursday, Luca didn't show. She called Bella Napoli. The woman on the line sounded confused. "Luca?" He hasn't worked here in weeks. Grace's stomach sank. What do you mean? He said he had to leave town. Family emergency. Didn't say where. The world tilted. Back home, she found her front door slightly ajar. On the table sat a box of pizza. No note, just the box. And inside, not a pizza, a photograph of her and Luca in her kitchen, smiling. She didn't hear the door close behind her. She didn't see the figure move from the shadows, but she felt it. The betrayal, the end beginning.